see if we are working. And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Talos Principle, where hopefully I have adjusted the volume a bit. Last time the audio ducking was working, but it seemed to make the microphone incredibly loud. So I think I've adjusted things now. Yeah, welcome back to the Talos Principle, where I have done a little bit more off screen. We were just about finishing Temple A last time. There was, I think, 3 areas left to do, and I basically just went back and did them off stream. I did have to look up a couple of things. I know I'm bad, but mostly it was getting the remaining stars, because that was, some of those were really hard. There's no way I would have figured out how to do it. One of them you had to literally had to scan the QR code to find out what the clue was on one of those little messages. But I have got them all now. On the actual puzzle levels to get the sigils, I only really cheated on one of them. That was the deception one, which proved quite interesting to figure that one out, to realise what the solution to that one was. I might go back and show you it actually, because it was quite amusing. But now, basically, it means I am ready to go into Temple B. Which I have no idea what's there, so that'll be interesting. So I'm just going to just hop over here, change my windows, and we're good to go. So hopefully the sound is good. Oops, hang on a minute. There we go. Hopefully the sound is good. If it isn't, let me know. And we will carry on. I'm rather excited for this because I have no idea what's coming next. Also, the other thing we found was there's somebody else in the system. We've got Elohim, who is the god, and we were finding at the computers, the little terminals, someone's actually talking to us and seems to be a bit sort of, well, you're a bit silly for doing all this, aren't you? Sort of kind of character, like sort of possibly the serpent in the garden or whatever here, but it's rather interesting. Also interesting. I suppose there's no 9. Ooh, what the? Hang on. I did not expect that. There's a level? Ooh! Ha! I totally didn't expect that. I thought, oh, there's a brick wall here. That's kind of where a door should be. Huh. Well, that is intriguing, isn't it? Okay, not quite done here. Also, there's a couple of doors up there, isn't there? Right here and here. Yeah. Maybe we're not quite done with this temple. How fascinating. Alright, I'll have a look at them in a minute. Now I believe, was deception one of these? I'll just quickly, yeah, here we go. So the thing with deception was that we had to basically get this blue thing open, and the only way it seemed we could do that was to have lasers connecting through here, and yeah, I'll basically just quickly set it up. Pim. So that opens that door. Go right up here, grab this, that opens, that, which lets us get in here, and there's a there was something somewhere, wasn't there? This has to connect to this, and then there's a blue thing in here, and we have to grab this. So the thing that I was puzzling over for ages was, well, okay, I can do this, but then how do I get that last connector going over there? So I was spending ages trying to figure out how to get from this point to that point, where really what we have to do is, and here's the deception part, ignore this completely. We have to go back here, and basically we can, there's some way to set it up anyway, but there's a way that you can take one of these guys, because you don't need this anymore, right? So we can then take this and essentially set it up here and basically move this around a bit. I think we have to possibly move this a little more like here maybe, or something. So then we do this, we can do this, and we can click it there, and then we take this guy, put him over here, and there we go. Et voila! You see, and then the piece was in here, the sigil was in here. So that was, again, you know, the clue was in the title, and I was like, what's the deceptive part of this? And I just didn't see that at all, so that was quite entertaining, really. But yeah, that was deception. So yeah, so the other thing I realized with the looking at the star solutions was you can actually send lasers through these doors, like for the connectors. So, you know, if you see a light source here, or if there's a connecting connector link thing that you put in the doorway over there, in that far one here, you can actually get the laser to come all the way over here and then open things up if you need to. So that was an important little clue of how to solve puzzles. But anyway, we've got a few little mysteries to explore here. Like, what the hell is this? And also, yeah, one thing before I go in there, the star room. I had all the stars from the other areas. There's only 9. So there is a 10th star somewhere. And for all I know, it might be in here. So I'm going to check this out. This is most exciting. Where am I going to go? Hello? Where am I? Another level? What the hell is that? What is... Oh my god. What are you? Hello? What the hell are you? What is going on? What are you doing? What? I got a feeling I'm like very much behind the scenes here. What on earth is going on here? What are they doing? Ethan Mini-Me. What the hell? What is this? He's at the computer. Hello? What is going on? Who are these people? Why are we here? I don't know. This is a complete shock. What is this place? This is fizzling out all the time. Mika, Dean. Ugh. Crazy eyes. I wonder if these I wonder if this was a game that was made on Kickstarter or something, and these are all people who have helped or something. How weird. What is going on over there? What the hell was that? There's other things here. Where do these go? What's going on over here? Oh, here's a shepherd. He was one of the guys who was writing the notes. And Samsara, to be honest there. What is this place, though? I don't get this. It's so weird. This does not compute. Is this just where everyone's, like... Everyone just hangs out here or something? It's like looking behind a curtain. What is this? Some kind of big box thing. What is that? Oh, it's a fan. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it? Huh. But it only gets me up a certain level. Weird. Weird, 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 weird. Oh, there's things here. Zoran Zoki Petrovich. Vegetation shader still lacks vegetation or shading or any linguistical combination of the previous two words. Anton Mischievous Antonov Marinov. He got to live forever after all. Took the frogs and rocks and the trees and Crystal and all the other persons with him too. Valerie Lady Fuzztails Valens. What the serpent won't tell you is that love is the essence of humanity. What on earth? Words, if properly interpreted, are tools of eternal enlightening. Marco Jovanovski. Don't listen to the voice or I will taste you. Okay. The Z sigils are evil. Like user comments or something. You rush a miracle man, you get rotten miracles. There is no spoon. You know far less than we think we do. Roaring at everything. Code. 1,000 words are no match for a good fight. Oh hey there Mario, sorry I broke that puzzle again. I shall solve the mysteries of this land of Elohim. Alright, I am a heavy trigger guy, and this is my trigger. My trigger. What the hell? Elohim better not prohibit beer. For he will forever be the forum cat. Meow, 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 meow. Requiescat in passe. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. Words of wind. Wow. So, yeah. I don't know. This is just some weird... very weird behind the scenes area. How very, very strange. Oh, you can take that. What? It's just the way they're all just staring at each other. I don't know why you're going yay. Is there a way to do this? So weird. I need a jammer for that. What's over here? That's the little thing. A little video camera as well. So, hey, oh, I can't actually take these. Interesting. Well, okay, I'm gonna just leave this crazy world. I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's like a very weird behind the scenes thing. But, yeah, really would be curious to know what's up there. Anyway, so, here we see all the levels done. So let's get back outside, back to some kind of semblance of sanity. So you see the top left as well, there's the fan. So I guess that's what we were looking at down in the weird behind the scenes land. No one's beep booping at me. So the other thing that I was wondering is they were talking in the notes about, or in the notes on the computer, they were talking about the Extended Lifespan project, which is EL. And I can't help but notice that Elohim starts with EL, also capitalized. And I'm wondering if it's Elohim is actually, I mean, it's clearly some kind of computer, some, AI. And I'm wondering if that is an abbreviation for something like extended lifespan of humanity in machines or something, because that would be Elohim. I don't know, it may be, it may not be, I could be barking up the wrong tree. But it seems awfully suspicious. So I'm just going to scout around the building here. Make sure there's no messages hidden anywhere. Because sometimes there are. Oh, there's a can of paint. Again, I don't know if anyone else can see these, but where shall I put it? Somewhere obscure, maybe down here. Can I paint anything here? I can't. Interesting. Specific places I can paint. I put it here. Select the message. I have no idea what's going on to you. Certification of this program is a sham. Travel to the unknown world. Special device. That one, yeah. Tools. With a limited choice. To overcome this place have been provided to us. We need only learn how to use them. Here we go. Oh, I made my own message. So there. Okay. To be! Which we did unlock earlier on. We have used all this. Oh no, we haven't. No, we looked at it, didn't we? We didn't actually read it. So what's Oxyrhynchus? Sounds like a dinosaur. Maybe not. The great irony of the Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria was burned at the hands of fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it's true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individual and organizations such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, so much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed, blah blah blah. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to invest in blah blah blah, make sure that blah blah blah. So yes, true. I think I mentioned last time, or one time before, that if I had a time machine, the first thing I would be doing is going back to the Library of Alexandria and basically looting it of everything before it got burned. Book of Osiris, Book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Aru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It's caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, such as some argue that it is a classic funerary text such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it's a poetic work not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks a scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an Ak, a living intellect, and pass a series of trials in the Duat underworld in order to reach the paradise of Aru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice or bleh. A recent study, Carnahan Hassan, suggests the text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or a result of the later translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may bleh. So another thing I learned is that a lot of this stuff actually isn't, like the philosophy or the philosophical principles that they're talking about are real philosophical principles, but a lot of the specifics are not real. Like Straton of Stagira was apparently not a real person. There was apparently no Talos principle. So, you know, you gotta sort of, you know, not take it entirely too literally. So really just a reminder of what this Talos principle actually was. Yeah, so it's the idea that man was also a machine, or humanity was a machine. But yeah, so yeah, keep an eye out for, or keep aware of that, basically, that these aren't necessarily real historical people being talked about. So let's head on down, shall we? What is here? I have no idea.
Stands before you, my child, and know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Yeah, I figured it had an Egyptian theme because the Sphinx is outside. Kind of curious as to what the Temple C is with the angels. Medieval, maybe? I don't know, but this is fancy. New soundtrack too. What is this? The fan, right. Okay. Surprised it's not a pyramid, to be honest, but it looks more to me, doesn't it? That's the annoying thing as well, is that the you need the same ones. Interesting. So I just need to find one more star somewhere. So yeah, the what was I gonna say? Forgot what I was gonna say there. Never mind. But yeah, it's very to-me. Don't know how to get through these barriers yet. Same idea. Oh yeah, I was going to say about the soundtrack. I do have the soundtrack. It is very good. I haven't listened or looked at it yet though, because I'm afraid the track names are going to be giving away things. So, what the hell are you? Huh. Play. Interesting. Another device of some kind. So again, is there a weird place where a door should be, but there isn't? 3. No. 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's the boarded up one. There's only 7. Ah. Guess they're not going to do that little trick twice. Well, let's go venture into pseudo-Egypt lands. There is a star here as well. Cool. This is more Egypty, isn't it? Boop beep. I know. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity. I'm beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do. Yeah. Let's see if our friend's around. Osiris 1 text. Got it, lyrics, immortality. So, a dying man went unto the scribe who resided in Purmeged and said, Behold, I am weak of body. My days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent years in service of the two lands, I have not studied the... Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead of my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners? And the scribe spoke, saying, At the appointed time, and then there's footnotes, I guess. So likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. Dying man is an avatar of the owner. Older manuscript, this is rendered as sub-controversy as to whether it 3. The land of the Westerners, the dead, compared with Kenti Amentu, foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. 5, sometimes mistaken as a translation on Budge's part. This is actually most certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. Huh. Okay. Got it. Lyrics. Cannot load video file. 24 million views. My new song with lyrics. Gotta laugh about this stuff. Laughter is the best medicine. Jack's got it, Fred's got it, Bob's got it, dog is fine, woof woof woof. Wow. Okay, that's great. Disgruntlo Meister's blog sissy. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease, and I will be gone. And you know what? I just can't embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it, or I've accepted it, or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Oh, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everybody deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. Yeah. That's a funny old thing, really, isn't it? Oh, hey, paint. Cool. Let's do that one. I don't know if I get any reply to some of these or not, but we'll see. Oh, hello. Very Egyptian. Very nice. Like I said, it'd be really cool if that was actually bas relief, but sadly I think it's just a painting. Can I go in here? Apparently I can. Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. So if I get one more star, I can find out what's in the other places, the star rooms. Huh. So there is a message over here. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. Okay. So there's L. So yeah, what I'm getting here is that these are all tests or whatever, and even the world with the tower upstairs kind of is still part of this simulation. I think we still haven't seen the real world. It's beep boop. Beep boop, boop beep. I thought I saw a note somewhere up here. I don't see a note. Was there a note somewhere here? There's one over there. I saw one. No. Odd. So that's where we came from. Right, okay. So what do we have? We have a left and a right. Doesn't actually tell us where the star is, unfortunately. There is one here, and we do want to get it. Damn it, I'm trying to be a bit clever here. Because I'm wondering, can I get over here? Is there anything around here? Point. Cool. Worth exploring things. Ah. like I said last time, I always check the perimeter, see what's around. Ah, you see? It's a beat boot machine. So notice as well, these are Ian computers. Mutation, capacity, evolution. Okay. Role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's sexual database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown, i.e. death. But sometimes the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed to the next generation. If you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism, blah blah blah, is, presumably. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. Very true. Capacity. EL capacity. So again, this is the main computer. Yeah, no worries. EL is not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, it will totally be able to handle all your project's data needs, assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Right? Well, have we been here longer than centuries? Because we're clearly in L. Like, this is where the simulation is running, I think. So, one of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force has driven them to suddenly change. But the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes a long-term process that can be observed in an entire population across time due to random factors, whatever. For example, in response to an external threat or challenge. If an individual coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with that challenge more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time, they become the dominant model of that species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetimes, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Now, I am not all up on the latest in evolution, but I thought, isn't there some idea now, was it epigenetics or something, that your genes actually do change over your life? I don't know if that's a thing, but like, I thought there was an idea going around that actually individuals can kind of adapt during their lives for some reason. Here's another one. There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? This is a risky place. Yeah, so I don't know, like that. I don't know if that's actually a thing or not. Oh, damn it. As I said, I'm not really au fait with the latest in evolutionary developments. Anything here? No. Let's check out this side. Took me a very long time just to get to the first puzzle, but we got distracted. Nothing else here. Okay. Well, that's where I came in. Here's where I am, so let's just do this one. Hopefully these ones are going to be kind of easy, but window through a door. More of the same. There was one thing, one of the puzzles to get the star did involve a very, very hidden switch that was on a wall. That was I completely missed. But it actually, one of the walls actually slid down, so you gotta be aware of little hidden things like that. So we got your spinny red thing, got your connectors. Where does spinny red thing go? Got your buzzy guy. Got your other connectors. And here. Interesting. So it's a window through a door. Alright, so what we got? We got you. We got you. We got anything else? Like assemble the tools. That's the first step. To stop that dude, but there's no way I can do that. I can't do that here, I think, because that wall is going to block me. Yeah, that wall blocks me. But either, right? Because that's gonna block me. Okay. This guy's gonna get in the way pretty much all the time. Actually, it's not too bad. So that's enough time to go grab that and pop out. And then now that's the problem, isn't it? Like the longer it is, oh, I did. There was a brief interruption. So the longer that time is, the longer the distance, the longer it takes to charge. Is that enough? No. So, that can't be how to do it. There is a window here though. So I just have to move this. Here. Like. Does that help me? How would that help me? I've got 3 of these now, right? Probably on the right track here, but right, hang on. I've got 1, 2. Like, there's got to be a way to do this without involving coming around here. I did say window through a door. There is a window here. But it would have to involve opening that, wouldn't it? This is a problem one, isn't it? How do we do this? How do we get in, actually? Just curiosity. There we go. Okay, so can't do that. So we've got three things here. Can we? So we can't open this from here. That's a no can do. So that window thing is a lie. At least for that. We can't. Can we just block this guy off? I mean, I guess we can. Here. Buggy you. There you go. But then that gives us not enough things. Open that, but we won't be able to get to over here. And there's no boxes or anything by the looks of it we can use. So I didn't think there were. No. Way to do that though. There's no windows here. The only way we'd have to do it is to get a laser from here all the way down to here to here. Like if we could get that laser through that window, and then out the door, but that would require one connector there, one connector here, one connector here, and this thing to be permanently open. Which is doable, I suppose, but then we can't get the switch from here though, can we? No way we can do that. And that switch isn't going to be visible anyway because it's got the fence in the way. So how could we use that? How can we use this window to help us then? There's no way to block Bouncy Dude. Every angle is covered there.
If this trial seems impossible to overcome, have no fear. Return another time, and the answer may reveal itself.
Yeah, thanks, Salahim. I may have to... I may have to come back to this one, I fear. After a flying start. Weird. Can't see how that window helps us at all. And it says a window through a door. Even if I did, like, even if I set one up there, one on the other side, I mean, it can't be like a timing thing where I've got to like suddenly pick up one connector and run to the other side or something. That'd be pretty awful. Alright, we'll get back to that one. Right, that seems a bit tricky. That's not a great start. Would like to have a... I thought they'd be like, okay, you're at the beginning of level B. It'll be nice and simple. Something about a star. Ooh, okay. Oh, you again. So, here is a star. Here is a blue laser. Here's a blue connector. And again, we've got these stupid things in the way. We've only got one. How the hell are we supposed to do this? Basically, the only way we can do this. Are you going to be enough? Ah, close. Run. Got it. Okay. So... I think if I put this here, connect that to there, run over here, this is the only other way this can happen. And now I need to get one of these, and you'll see I can connect all the way over there. And that should give us access to that star. Ha! Having given us access to that star should mean I can go back here. That was beeping and booping at me. Maybe I should check that first. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against the library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? A tree is alive. Good. Now what's the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? Frog is conscious. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's try something harder. What's the difference between a frog and you? What makes you a person? There's the problem with these little things that they're asking, because they're going on about people. Like, why are you a person? It's like, well, what the hell is a person? Like, a sentient being? Like... We're both conscious. I mean, I'm self-aware. I don't know if the frog is or not, but I actually think it's nothing important. Frogs are people too. Like, in the sense that they at least would have feelings and are they're self-aware. They know they exist. Let's go for that. Well, it's not inconsistent with what you said earlier. Frogs may not be smart, but I suppose they can solve simple problems. How about we strike a deal? I'll agree that animals are every bit as valuable or pointless as human beings. You agree that there are some activities persons are capable of that frogs are not, because if frogs are people, then the certification is radically unfit for purpose. Yes. Very sensible. Terminology is so important. What I'd like to put to you is that the important difference between you and a frog is that you are rational, you are self-aware. That is what makes a person. Well, I guess it would help if you just defined what a person is in the first place, but let us take stock. I think we can tentatively conclude two things. A person must be rational or self-aware, and a person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Are you aware of yourself? Can you rationalize your existence? Yes. I tend to agree with you. Though your responses so far have been a little eccentric, I'm resigned to admit that you are right. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness, in your opinion? Separates us from animals, it's what it's like to be me. The feelings and senses. Consciousness is far outside my area of expertise. I can go with that one. Hardly answers the question. What is it in ordinary terms? Can I touch it? What is it made of? Okay. It's made of neurons, beyond the laws of physics, another word for the soul, complex functional system. I'd either go with neurons or functional system. I think I'll go with the system. Interesting. Thinking. You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification program in no time. In the meantime, I will mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. Huh. So that's our pal in the system. I don't know if I answered those even remotely correctly, but I may be overthinking this. Where is the star room? What's the point? Where is the star room here? Is it different to the one in... There, we got it. Is it different to the one in A? I think it is, because I don't know if A had... Sorry, completely thrown. I don't know if A had a square on its thing, did it? Because, yeah, I want to investigate the stars. I mean, if I've got to go get more of them, you know, I don't know if one set will unlock every star room in every temple, or am I going to get another 10? But since I got all these in A, I feel I should be getting these in A. Or using these in A. Yeah, see, these are different shapes. Well, let's just see what I can do with all this. Fungal it. How do we do this? That could work. And then we've got a square shape down here which you can't fill. So that's probably not right. Ah. What the hell? No. That might work. But that won't work. God damn it. Ah. I am not terribly good at this sort of puzzle. What does that leave us? That. Bugger. Nope. So close. Oh, come on. Why? Wait a minute. I can get a long L, but we need another long L, obviously. Still an L. Yeah, that's not going to change, is it? That's not going to do it. Ah! Ah! Well, let's see what's in here. New land. 8. 8 star. Interesting. Talos. Have you ever heard of the Talos principle? It's the old philosophical concept about the impossibility of avoiding reality. No matter what you believe, if you lose your blood, you will die. I think that applies to our situation more than we'd like to admit. We can close our eyes and pretend that everything's going to be alright, but it won't change the physical reality of what's going to happen to our blah blah blah. I think that as scientists it's our duty to face the truth and to ask ourselves the most important question: how can we help? Blah blah blah. I think I have an idea. Now this is all, I mean, I go blah blah blah, this is all hexadecimal code, so probably it means something if I could just sit down and translate it, but I don't really have the time or know how to do that. Said by some that our blood is composed of infinite living agents which go up and down the highways and byways of our bodies as people in the streets of a city. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. And the sleep of the town, how lifelike, with its change in the circulation. Butler Samuel. We are misled by considering any complicated machine as a single thing. In truth, it is a city or society, each member of which was bred truly after its kind. And we're getting into heavy concepts here. Okay, it's Arcady here, right. I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realise you're all working on projects meant to somehow avert the catastrophe we are facing, but you must all concede that there is a very real possibility that you will not have enough time to find a solution. I believe that we cannot afford to ignore an extinction or near extinction scenario. We must prepare for the worst. That is to say, we must seek to preserve the non-biological components of what constitute the human species in the hope that they are recovered in the future by other local or non-local sentients. I know that we are not used to thinking on that scale, not in the term of praxis, but if we truly value humanity, then we must act immediately. You'll find the details of my proposal in this attachment, but the short version is this. The creation of multiple archives for redundancy in safe locations that will contain in digital form as much information about our species, including all cultural works, scientific insights, history, DNA, that can be gathered in a given time frame. This will be a massive global undertaking, with L naturally being one of the Okay, so whatever it is, the end is coming pretty quick. And there's his tower. Interesting. Fascinating. Now where do you think you are? 8. 808. Interesting. The signpost says that way. I'm going to go the other way, because why not? Paint! Yay! You have come this far, but I believe we must seek out the secrets of this world if we want to truly serve the generations to come. Raphael. Sounds like an angel name. Some new ones. Elohim keeps telling me I'm doing well, but these puzzles are simply impossible. Frogs are people too. I have now travelled this land extensively, and I can say without hesitation that this is its most beautiful spot. I have seen things you can only imagine. I think that's frogs are people too. That's my my mark on the world. So, an axe. Well, that's interesting. Shame you can't take that with us. Because an axe would be really handy to break down those boarded up things, right? Also, an axe is considerably more violent than the things that we have been playing around with so far. That is very interesting. An axe. Huh. Lots of mystery is unfolding. So, let's just finish our scan of the perimeter. The sunset over there is nice. There is a way out there. So what? This is interesting though. What is this? 8 star. So what's in here? There's something weird there. Is that an aerial faceplate? It's a fan. We need the fan to go up here for some reason. Why would we want to go up there? Why would we want to go up there? Maybe it's to go over. Can I take it? No. I'll put it back apparently. That's weird. Very weird. Dum mine. Oh, that's promising. What is this grey thing? seen a grey piece before. So there's a key. Well, I guess... See, I might not be able to do this without the fan, because if the fan blows me over this wall with the axe, I could smash down the door, presumably, but we'll see. Because at the moment, there's no possible way I can get this thing. Right? I don't see any jammers or anything like that here. There's another key thing. Wow, okay. This is a tricksy one. This nerve wrecker. I don't even know where this one is in relation to all the other puzzles. There's a jammer. Oh boy. Okay. Can't take that with me though, can we? You. So you can do that. But yeah, yeah, okay, no, I get this. This is a key thing here. So hang on, we got two jammers. Ow. Got a bit too close. But I figure that. Okay. So then what? keep this one out, right? I think. So this is actually in a bad place. Okay. Need that anymore. If we can keep those out. Put you there. That's there. Like, we need both of these. Okay, we need to jam that rear wall somehow by, I don't know, doing this. Okay. If we can get all three of them out. Ah, damn it. I think what I'm trying to do is, they call this nerve wrecker for a good reason. I want to get all three of these guys out and staying out. So if I do that, then I have to basically grab those when I can, right? So I have to put one of these over here, one of these over here. And, oh, yeah. Oh well. But you see what I was trying to do? I was trying to, if I got all three of them out, I wouldn't have to worry about them anymore. But the trick is I have to I need both of these. Right. Get you out. So now I can't unjam it, it's a problem. Oh, I didn't get him out, damn it. What if I just did that? Should be, little guy should be coming, there we go. Okay. Now they're at different things. So, if I can get all three of them out over here, I need to basically nip in there, stick one of them inside, which is going to be easier said than done, especially with this dude here. Can I hide over here? Yes. Good, okay. Now you're there. How can I do this? I actually don't need to worry about him anymore. Shut that one off. I just shut that gate while one of them is outside. Ouch. would be awesome, but I seem to have mucked up the timing a bit. Yeah, do that. So he's outside. Okay, now you're all that way. We'll do this. Is it? Well, this one is a hard one. Maybe I need to take that. And no, you're coming out on you. Just need to time it right. At the moment, they're going to come out at the same time. There we go. You go there. Oh, you can now. Well, okay, that's something. That is something actually. I could use that. If I can get over here. Right, you can shut up now. Okay. Now what? Now I may have screwed myself. Yep. There you go. Okay. Aha! Right. Now what? Oh, crap. That's the same thing here again. Shoot. Oh dear. Ha! Well, this is awkward. Oh. If I let go of any of these, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Okay. You're still jammed. Okay. You. So you go there. Go there. Now you're both coming back though. I really wanted you to be going out. Right? So you come back. You head out. There you go. And then you are coming back. You head out until you get to there. Damn it. Need to basically stop you there. And then I need to stop you when you're coming back. There. So that I can get you out. And that makes you dealable with, basically. And then I can do that. You're just going back and forth that way, right? Is there a way I can do this? No, they're all kind of alternating there, but damn it. If I can get it just so that he pops out, I don't have to worry about anyone else. Yeah, I've got kind of mucked up the timing on that one. Okay, shut up. You can do that. Maybe I don't need to kind of deal with them wholesale like this anyway, but I need to have that actually pointing at the door, don't I? That. So that's that. Damn it. That was jamming the door. No, it's not. It's... Okay. So I can just shut you guys up for a second. What have we got down here? Ah, there's another thing there. Right, okay. Alright, okay. This one's a tricksy one. Thank you. Through there, if I can just stop these from being annoying. Okay, I can look here. So how can I do this? I need to dash through. Someone needs to hold the door open. So I have one jammer left. Do that. Let's stop you. And then I need to. Rage. Okay. All right. I think I know how to do that now. It's just a matter of timing. I probably didn't need to spend all that time getting these guys out. But yeah, I'll come back and do that later. But I think I know how to do that one now. So how impossible is this? Jammed from within. Oh, good. Keys again. Keys to go there. These are really, really hard. Like, these are much, much harder. Not really made much headway, unfortunately. jammer. Great. Well, that doesn't help, does it? I mean, yeah, you go out that way, and then you can do your thing. Get stuck there, and I don't have to worry about you. And then, nope. That was not good. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. How am I supposed to do this? I need to get you out of my face. Presumably by... I don't want you over there because that's where I need to be. So I need to like jam you for a second and have a consideration here. I do that, and then you're gonna go through there. If I like run through there while he's there, while you're there, then I can do that. But I can't get your... Ah, yeah, that was a problem. That was a problem. I can't do that now because he's going to be in the way. Yeah, no. My problem there was, I think I didn't have the thing in the right place. It was blocking him. The other way there. Off you go. Well, I can't actually take that with me anyway, can I? Because that's going to be stuck there. So what's over here? Yeah, I can't take the jammer with me anyway, because also I have to climb over a ladder, so that's not going to be a thing. Keys. Stuff. There we go. No way I can jam both of those, so okay. Great. Oh, they're bouncing away. Let's see what happens here. No? Yeah. Does that help me? Oh, they're both here. Great. That doesn't help, does it? That also doesn't help. But that could help. There you go, off you go. You don't really go that much further, do you? Oh, it'd be really guess I have to do some crackerjack timing here. Ah, come on. Like... You on your way back? Ah, like that. Then I can run down here and grab the keys. And then I can come back. And now what? I guess I can go through here, right? Right. Then I can take that jammer. And where are you going? Oh, you're interesting. You're a diagonal one. Aren't you interesting? Ah. Okay. Now... Oh no! Damn it. Okay. Again, I know how to do this now. It's just a matter of timing, so okay. Well, never mind then. None of these I am able to do so far. That's pretty awesome, eh? So far, what have we accomplished today? Not an awful lot. We have at least unlocked the star room. We've got one puzzle done on B, and that's it. So that ain't great. Let's head back down here and let's see if we can get some more done. Try and get that fan. If I can get the fan. I wonder actually. Because I could get the axe. Is there anything stopping us from bringing the axe back? I've lost all the stars as well, haven't I? Yeah, I lost all the stars. So I have to get 10 more stars. Yeah, I was thinking, is there a way to... Can I bring the axe back from A and smash down the door into the other one? I know, I'm just gonna... Should have thought that while I was there. Because that is in the axe is in the atrium of the star bit, right? So it all depends on whether the axe can convert into the zeros and ones and will let me come back, or come back with me back to the A temple, because if it can let me come back to the A temple, then I could smash down the door to there basically, but I don't know if it can do that. So can I pick up the axe and just take it back with me? Simple question. No, I can't. Simple answer. Okay. Thought I'd just give that a go. I mean, I don't know. Could have been a way to do it. go see if we can find out, shall we? I feel we have not made an awful lot of progress today, unfortunately. But see if we can get a couple more done. Again, it's the peril of doing puzzle games on streams, because if you just don't get it, then you're stuck. So had we tried any of these, all of these? We hadn't, I don't believe. We've done that one. We had done that one. We tried this one, and this was that was the window through a door one. I wonder if we can get any more insights. I mean, you know, great. It won't let me connect there. There's trees in the way. So I can't even, I wouldn't be able to connect through that if I wanted to anyway. So we got an annoying little guy here. Right, let's see if we can give this another shot. Okay. And that would not help us at all. Unless I put a connector over there. See, there needs to be a way to keep that going. Like if I put that here, so it's visible from the other side. So that's great, but then I still need to be able to get a beam going that way, which I can't do. Like, that is not a possibility unless I put this here. Put that further over here. And then do that. How does that help me? Is there a way then I can... what I wanted to do actually was to be able to see that there. Because if I can see that connector there, like that. Because now I don't need you anymore. Ha ha ha! Because then I can go like that. And I should be able to get in here. Yes! Ho ho! Do I get that eventually? Brilliant. 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 Good. Okay, I can actually feel some kind of satisfaction of what I've been doing today. Okay, good. Yeah, it's just you have to figure out the timing there. Third wheel. What have we got here? No bouncy things. Okay, what do we actually got here? Any laser sources? Really? No laser sources. Is that what you're telling me? Oh no, it's one there. Right, okay. So I can do that. Get that. Which can then... do that, except can't. Not unless I go like that. And put that there. And do that. That was reasonably straightforward. Nothing else in here, right? No. Bing, 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 bing. Right. Good. Okay. Hooray. Now we're charging through. Over the fence. What? The hell is going on there? You go blow each other up. Okay. There we go. Up. And up. And up. Hey, there we go. Oh, wait, beep, 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 beep. What? That was weird. What beeped at me there? That was strange. Okay, good. Oh, we've got the fan. Ooh, well, that's interesting, isn't it? We can go grab the fan. Oh, good. This sounds fun. Road. Oh my god. Road of death. Right. Great. Holy crap balls. What's up here? Just avoid that completely. Need a thing. Right. I see. Okay, so I can avoid the death road here by doing that. What are you going to do? You're not going to zoom in on anyone, are you? Can't climb or carry an item. Awesome. this is interesting. Two there. How does a jammer in a box help me do this? Great, I can jam you. Maybe I can put that there. So even if I go right to the wall, that's going to get me. Right. That's clearly the thing to do. I'm kind of thinking like... block him off. How do I stop the death on the other side though? I mean, carrying the box isn't going to save me, is it? I mean, if there's a clue over there on the wall. I was getting so confident there. Samtara terminated here, but I was stuck. I was supposed to. I see clouds. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. I did see another epitaph earlier on. Of another program that had got, I guess, killed by my things here. How? I can't carry anything up the ladders. I think jam one thing. Jumping on the box wouldn't help me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, does that do something? Like, I'm not sure that would help. Really? Would it? Does it make a kind of shadow zone at all? It does. I'm gonna have to leave that one. Because I don't know how to do that. That is not obvious to me at all. So let's go back now. I've got the I've got all the things for the fan. Oh, you can actually stick these here. The little magnetic things, yay. Okay. there's no... I can't make two L's. Oh, come on. No. No, that's not gonna work. No, let's just do what I did before. Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's clearly not correct. That's as wrong as I could possibly be. So maybe that guy should not go there. That's also terrible. Also bad. Also bad. Oh, come on. Ah! There we go. I have now unlocked the fan. That means I could go back to A and get the star in A and get the things, or click that fan into place there anyway. But I will not. I will go into do and see what we've got here. There is a star in 2.
I see all. I know all.
Ooh.
My power knows no bounds. And yet your will is free because you were made to be free. It is the very principle of your existence, without which the trials of this world would hold no meaning. To seek salvation must be your choice.
I was just thinking, I haven't heard much about him lately. Okay, so it's nighttime now. Cool. Well, the moon's still there. Bit wonky on its side, which I guess might fit Egypt actually. Time capsule.
I keep having these dreams. Great empty cities, silent roads stretching for miles, the earth from space, all dark. Not a single light to guide me home. But if someone really came from another world, what would the earth look like to them? A wilderness? A wasteland? I don't think so. Even after thousands of years, they'd see a world shaped by our hand in every aspect of its being. They'd see the cities and the roads, the bridges, the harbors, and they would say, here lived a race of giants. These dreams, they scare me, but they also remind me that we built all of this.
Huh. True. If only we'd actually appreciate that and stop, destroying it all. That would be awesome. So let's see what Beat Boot wants. Huh, interesting selection. Science, magic, weight loss, and arcade journal. Though the term science has only meant what it does to us for around 600 years, its practice far predates the name. There is evidence pre-Aristotle which indicates soothsayers, mystics, and the like may have employed basic scientific methods to predict the future and confound their benefactors. One anecdote concerns a palm reader who was exposed when two wealthy clients compared their readings and found them to be identical. In 1948, the tendency to discover deep personal meaning in vague descriptions delivered authoritatively was given a name, the Forer effect. Today, it is recognized in all contemporary psychological theory. Well, I guess much like the stuff that Elohim's saying, I guess. Here we go, weight loss. Speaking of which, weight loss blog. Oh man, if there's one thing that's good about inevitable death, it's the food. Yeah, baby. I'm going to have all the horribly unhealthy food in the world. I'm going to feast on jelly bananas like a crazy monkey on Monkey Christmas. And you know those muffins that have so much chocolate they're basically melting? That's going to be my breakfast. And burgers for lunch. I'm going to have burgers so greasy you could use them to lubricate a whole factory. Triple bacon burgers with double cheese and extra onions and mayonnaise and ketchup and mustard and big fat juicy patties. And then oily, thick pizza with the spicy salami and barbecue sauce and olives and jalapenos and sour cream. Food coma, here I come. So, yeah, not so much of the loss there. Fascinated by Drennan's project. Lovely conversation re Talos principle, Greek philosophy, relevant to current situation. Suggest naming project Talos. Drennan refused, but name seems to have caught on with the team. Tens of thousands of files coming in every hour, our whole history. I wonder what is actually, like, you know, what is ending the world? What is the problem? What's going down there? Let's go and snake things. Cool. Okay. So we have the dark places. Nile, presumably, or something. Interesting. Right, yeah, too far, that corner. That's what happens when you get to the edge of the areas, basically. Just seeing if there is any stuff around the edges, messages or notes. Doesn't look like there are in this one though. Little secret things. The moon. Okay. There's a paint thing though. Never know if there's any particular place to put this, but anything. Put that well. I don't know if these are significant in any way, but whatever. Might as well graffiti the place. What is over here? Another entrance or something? Interesting. Okay, let's hit a puzzle. Here we go. Do a bit of dark. Man on the moon? Oh boy. So one of the... I don't know if you would recall, but there was a puzzle in A that had... There was a level in A that had a ring of pillars. They all had numbers from 1 to 24 in Roman numerals. That was the puzzle that you needed to do to get a star, which was actually hidden under the lake there, the little water fountain thing. And that was the one that you had to scan with the QR reader. And it had, basically a clue was about what time did man or humans first walk on the moon. And it was like 8:08 or 8:16 p.m. or something like that, by some time zone's time, and you had to basically enter where those were on a clock. You know, with the positions that they corresponded to, like on the pillars on a clock, I'm wondering, because the name of this thing was Man on the Moon, so I wonder if that's relevant here or not. But attach fan, because that's how that seems to work. And then I can blow that way, or I can do that, and I can blow that way. I'll just do that. Plop. Hopefully I can get back. Yes, there's a landing. Okay. Now what? Okay. That doesn't seem possible. Can I? See, I can't do that, can I? So the moment I step on that, I'm trying to take that as I'm flying over, but I guess that wouldn't work. How the hell does this work? I mean, there's nothing else in here, is there? I suppose, also, like, why? There is a... Oh. Well, that didn't help, did it? Nope, that's not helped us really, has it? Yeah. See, that's another thing I discovered. There is a reset button. I mean, you can literally jump from there to there. Let's just see what's going on here. Could actually jump on the pillars, which is interesting. Can we just do that again? It looked like I bounced off the pillars. There's no way over there anyway. So why would there be two fans that got me to the same place? Like, that seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Like, they're both getting me to the same place. Why have two? I obviously have to get the box over there, but then how do I get me over there? Why are there so many ladders? How do I get... Oh, wait a minute. I'm like, why do I have two fans? Like, well, obviously the reason is I have to put that there so that I can take that and then go here, which will let me go over here, and then let me go like that, and then grab that, and then I figure that one out. That's why. Clever. Most clever of you. Not clever enough though. This my little note. Yes. An enigmatic statement. Higher ground. Okay, well, funnily enough, there is some higher ground here. Very high ground. Wink, wink, wink. Jammer. So I can jam over the fences with. Good. Jam things in other puzzles. Oh no, that's the way in. That's. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. So, yeah, there's a purple barrier here which will stop me carrying things through. So I have to figure out what I'm looking at here. Okay, so I can't carry my jammer through there. There's a jammer up here. Oh boy, this is a maze and a half. So if I can get there, that'd be nice. There's some dudes over there. So I need to jam that. Interesting. Progeny programs at Samsara sheep. So 1W Faith died here. Just gave up. Connected somehow like distant family relations. Different versions. Who cares? Just be grateful we don't have to read anything more about our great designer. Yeah, because aren't I like 88 or something? Okay, so now we've got another thing there. But yeah, our we're seeing the end of some of our friends here. What does that do for us? Not an awful lot. There's a window, which I'm presuming we're going to have to jam something through. robots here. It's gotta be like that. And then I guess if I use the last, I mean, doohickeys were here, jammer, right? So if I could use these to jam things as well, but I'm figuring that one needs to go there. And then I need to somehow not die over there. So I think I need to get these robots out of sync. I can't quite reach that guy. I can jam him when he gets like to this end or that one. Jam him there. So they're going to be as far out of sync as I can get them to be. So that's nice. Now how... Right, so I need to do the same thing here. With this dude. Get you jammed up. I'm assuming that is now very out of sync. Okay. And then if I get this jamming that, should, if I, again, this is timing, I should, oh, hang on, wait, how do I get over there then? Oh, wait, no, I need, wait, how, what, wait, I'm confused. How then do I get over there? Is there a jammer in the way somewhere? Because how am I going to do that? Like if I... Because if I let go of that... I can't unjam that door. And then I can't get to there. Huh. Oh, Christ. Ah. Oh, that's annoying. And a cup of tea here that I completely forgot about. Oh well. Okay, hang on. Let's go back in here. Have a look. So that's jamming that one open. Right. But I need a thing to jam both of these open. Which I can't do. Because if I let go of that, maybe that window isn't how to do that then. Yeah. Maybe that's only for jamming the robot. Maybe I can't do it like that. Maybe I have to do it like... Well, yeah, but then that's not going to help, is it? Take that one out of there anyway. do something from up here. Anything I can do with that? So who's jamming that one now? That's you, right? I don't think I need to be in here anymore. Basically. So if I stop you from doing that, you can do that again. You're keeping that one open, but you're keeping that one open. But there's the other one back there that needs to stay open now. I mean, I can put all three of them on there, but then I'm not going to have any way of opening this. Which seems a little odd. I mean, okay, let's see what happens. Because I've got you covered. So you can get through. At least. There's no other jammer here, is there? So I can get here, I can get here, but then I'm stuck because there's no other jammer. Do this. I can't take that with me. I can't get in here without... I'm missing something, clearly. No, there wasn't another thing in here, was there? No. It's like I need another jammer. Someone's got to keep that one open. The thing is, there's three doors that need to stay open. One there, and one over the other side. Can't take that jammer with me. Can get past the box easily enough. To stay open. That one needs to stay open. Other one needs to stay open. Can't get to the other one without doing that. This is a mystery. Unless there's some other jammer hidden away here, I don't really see how I can do this. Because I need all three of those doors to be open. So one unjam, two unjam, three unjam. I've got three jammers and four doors to open. I have to use a jammer to keep a door open while it's being jammed by another jammer. Yeah, like, I think that's how I need to do this, but how is that going to work? Like, how is that going to work? Because I don't think I can see... I can't see that door from there. I need to take that jammer with me, basically. I can't see that door from there, or can I? I don't know if that's the right door. No, that's the wrong door. I can't see the one that... the robots are running into over there from here. So I have to take that with me somehow. That jammer. But then I can't come back though. Just think, like, if I had the portable jammer pointing at that door, then I can come back and unjam and remove this jammer from there. But that's the problem with this one. I think is neither of these jammers can see the door that's back, the wall that's back there. So I can't use these to unjam that wall. I'd have to use the jammer that's in that section to do it, which means I can't take it over there. Yeah, it just seems like there's one jammer too few here, which is weird. Higher ground, yeah. I don't know if it's somehow something involving that. Pedestal in the middle. I have come to see that these mysteries are not for all his children to solve. Only the designer himself can ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Well, that's why you didn't get very far. Okay, I'll leave that one. Is a little incomprehensible to me. Oh good, the tomb. That sounds fun. Okay, so I get that I'm supposed to retrieve these sigils, I just don't get why. Sure, the loud voice is telling me to, but this world of his has no context, no purpose, no foundations from which to construct them. I'm convinced there are answers here if we look hard enough. We have to work together on this. Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be a bunch of themed puzzles. The puzzles themselves are very different. But they're, you know, set in different lands. It's interesting. Inaccessible. Well, isn't that interesting? We need to use you somehow. So wait, we've got 2 connectors. How the devil? Ah, wait a minute. Go away. Can we see pillar B? There we go, like that. Keep you open. Haha! Got ya. Don't need switches for everything. Not my tomb, matey. Not on my watch. Okay, so the only one we can't do so far is that one. That involves all things. Moonshot. Again, moon things. Again, reasons to remind me of Portal. Spoilers. But, thing around here. Box. Another box. Doohickey. Man. Well, that's weird. Okay. Another box. Oh, it's just popped down there, right? I'm thinking I somehow have to get this up there. Yeah, but I can't, basically. Can't connect to that. But I can put it on the box, but I can't take the box with that on it and put that there and then connect it, because I figured that I could put the connector on the box, somehow lift it up there and have it beam over the walls, but apparently that is not the way to do it. I mean, great. If I had another connector, that'd be fantastic, but I don't have another connector. So I don't know how to do this. Oh, and what's that? Like a platform of some kind? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so yeah, you can, because you can get connectors to remember what they're connected to before you actually place them. So good. So is the only other one I haven't done on this. Yeah, it's only this one, which was the higher ground one, which I feel I'm almost there at. It's probably involving this. Probably something involving this pedestal here, or this raised bit. Like, if I do that, but I still can't get through that one without a fourth jammer. Huh. So hang on, logic here. That can stay open. Would having this as a portable jammer help? Like, that can stay open. I can carry the jammer through there, lock that open with that jammer. But the thing is, I'd have to be coming back here and readjusting these jammers to open up the other doors, and that isn't possible. I can't even jam that one through there because of the fences in the way. So yeah, I fear I'm stuck on that one. I'll have to come back and try and figure that one out another time. But I believe I have everything done here now, except for there's a star somewhere. And no idea where that is. I haven't seen a star. Where would the star be? Hang on, like, I didn't even see a star. What's that? Oh, what the hell is that? Hang on. That's binoculars. What the hell? So there is some way to do this, apparently. Hang on. Because I'm figuring there's some way to jump up onto this top of the pillars here. But it doesn't seem to give you any control over what you're doing. You know, you can't reverse or anything. But yeah, there's definitely an eyepiece of some kind, like a telescope thing, binoculars. That's weird. How do I get up there? Again, probably have to look that one up. But that's something interesting. That pretty sure there isn't a star there. Pretty sure there's no stars over here. That was basically it, wasn't it? No secret bits. Nope. And there's no stars I saw over here in the tomb. Didn't notice any. There wasn't really anywhere for a star to be. No. So yeah, I don't know where the star that it mentions is. Apparently it is one somewhere. Probably it's something to do with that the binoculars, but I don't know. Right, so we have done most of one, most of two. Let's try 3. I'm getting incredibly hungry, but I'll have to suffice on biscuits. In fact, I'm going to pause for a second. Just amongst a few things. I was going to go warm my tea up, but screw it. Daytime in. Beep boop. Okay, progress report. Basic skeleton of the simulation is now running on L. It's not plugged into the AI system yet, but in theory everything is ready. I guess the next step is to test whether the generated scenarios make sense, or do we wait for the iteration module to there? Yeah. Osiris 3. First wisdom, the scribe said to the dying man, is that as the world is made of 5 elements, so is the soul of man. Know therefore that in this life you are heart and shadow and name, and also car and bar. Without all these, you would not be a living being but a thing. What is a man without a name who cannot speak of himself? What is a man without a shadow who is not anchored in the world? What is a man without a heart who can neither feel nor think? What is a man without a car who has no essence? What is a man without a bar who is not himself but like unformed clay? Therefore, praise Osiris, the King of Eternity, the Lord of Everlastingness, the elder son of the womb of Nut, he who traverses millions of years in his existence. Here the translator is clearly inserting his own beliefs into the text as blah blah blah. Well, we found out what the car and bar was earlier on, didn't we? Part of Egyptian worldview. Democrates altar or on the just cause of war against the Indians. Oh, by Juan Ginés de Sepulveda, written in 1547 to justify the Spanish conquest of the Americas. which basically will probably amount to we're better, so we can take what's theirs, pretty much. The Spanish have a perfect right to rule these barbarians of the New World, who in humanity are as inferior to the Spanish as children are to adults, or women are to men. Wow. Or for there exists between the two as great a difference as, I might even say, between apes and men. Compare then these gifts with those possessed by the half-men, in whom you'll barely find the vestiges of humanity, who not only do not possess any learning at all, but are not even literate and eat human flesh. Therefore, if you wish to reduce them, I do not say to our domination, but to a servitude a little less harsh. It will not be difficult for them to change their masters. Wow. Okay. The whole, like, let's just dehumanize the inconvenient people who get in our way. Okay. This one's a little more bleak, really, isn't it? Winds sweeping across the land. Again, just looking for anything interesting, like you. Body and soul. It is commonly supposed that the Egyptians believed the soul to live as long as the body continued undissolved, and therefore tried this method of eluding death. Could the wise Egyptians, said Nicaea, think so grossly of the soul? If the soul could once survive its separation, what could it afterwards receive or suffer from the body? The Egyptians would doubtlessly think erroneously, said the astronomer, in the darkness of heathenism and the first dawn of philosophy. The nature of the soul is still disputed among all our opportunities of clearer knowledge. Some say that it may yet be material, who nevertheless believe it to be immortal. Yeah, I got issues with souls. Namely that there's no reason to believe they exist, but Sunway Yang to Arkady Chernyshevsky. Names. Names are a funny thing. I remember how much we struggled to come up with a name for our project. All the serious scientists name their project by just translating them into Greek or Latin, right? Corpus made me think of some horrible disease, so we use a Greek word instead. Soma. Quite appropriate. But then, since we needed corporate funding, we had to come up with a backronym. Corporations love backronyms, you know. They even sent us a list of buzzword-heavy suggestions to help us get started. Stuff like self-sufficient orthostatic modular android, sustainable observant mechanized anthropoid, skeuomorphic omni-adaptable mobile anthropomation, or anthropomaton. Anthropomaton? Wow. After a while we got so frustrated that we started getting silly. Saber-toothed overexcited murder android, sentient orthopedic monkey automaton, strange ogres menacing assassobot, superb octopod marinades apelings? What? Satisfying overcooked mint alligator, stinky ornithological mule alligator, skroink oof minky ack. Stupid obscure meaning acronym. I like that one. In the end, we all ended up hating the name Soma just because we had so many fights about it with the sponsors. So when Alexandra told that story about the Talos principle, it caught on. I don't know whether it really fits, but I kind of like it. So that's all Android names, though, right? Which is, you know, basically us. This Android form. Again, just perusing the periphery, looking for things that are hidden like a bit of paint. I think there's any more. Much that I hate to deface things, but I'll just stick it here. Just do that one. They all seem to be fairly random. We try wide crossing of the laser beam. So I'm V99.82. Alright, let's have a look in here. Or shall we? Because what I'm thinking, oh hello, more. I figured it out, now what? The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. Oh, Shepard's losing it. Shepard is losing it. Some more stuff here. Theory. This place is some kind of preserve for human history and we're the endangered species. Theory. Trying to find answers will only bring pain. Ceasing to care is the only escape. Yeah, no. This guy's 10 times more help than you, Samsara, so shut your face. Theory. We're some kind of incubator waiting to be hatched. Theory. If you knew how little you know, you wouldn't be exposing it here. Interesting. So the reason I did not go in there was I wonder if it's going to be better to get some of the other symbols, the yellow ones, because if we get the 2 yellows we can get the play button thing, whatever that is. And then that would probably be a good time to call it for today. Sunshot. Okay, well, we had Moonshot. Now we have a Sunshot. Pop that over there. I think I need that over there. And then I can I plop that there? Stand there. Okay. I need to be able to get over there. I want to do this? Because I have to, don't I? There's no way back. Is there? So I'll just jump over and see what happens. Whee! Splot. And of course there's that. So I need somehow big needle. I need to somehow get a box onto that and or a fan. Yeah, how do I do that? Oh, I can actually climb over this way as well. That's interesting. It's very interesting. But get the box over there. Which, you know, that's great for that, but then I need to get me over there. And that isn't great for that. Because I can then go, hey, and that won't work. It can bounce me over there. Ah! No. That's not going to work. I don't know. I need to get over there now. How can I get over there? Just with what we have here. Because if I throw the box over, that's marvellous, but then I can't. No, wait, I can get over there. Hang on. Ah, because there's a ladder on this side. Genius! Genius! Off we go. Ta-da! I climb over this. We do that. We stick that there. I go on this and hop that on there, and then we're done. Ping. Right, yeah. How can I do this with that ladder staring at me in the face? Right, got that. So if we can get the other yellow, then that would probably be a good time to call it, because I'm getting pretty hungry and it's lunchtime. Where is the other one? That is that way. Down here. If we can get this, that would be marvelous. It's very dark in here. Any messages on the walls? No. It's like Stargate or something. Blown away. Okay. So that's obviously keeping that great. That's exactly what we need. Oh hey, look, there's a star. How the bloody hell do you get in there? Okay. Not gonna work, is it? Yeah. Ah, damn it. Oh, there's a box there. Didn't even notice that. Derp. Okay. Wow, how did I not notice that box? That was just nuts. Right. Where the hell does that go? Also, what the heck is going on over there? No, did I do that? We got that. That's great. But yeah, what is this? Is that something I did? Remember doing that? Did I do that? How the hell do I get in here as well? Like, what is the purpose of that? How do I get up here? Even. That's weird. There's a red thing there. What the hell? Yeah. Weird. So I didn't set that stuff up, so is that already set up over here? Yeah. Whoosh. How interesting. Oh look. So these things again. A messenger must be awakened first. We don't have any bloody messengers. Okay. Detach that fan for now. Oh, I see. Well, you're interesting. Okay. Can we this is a weird one then. Okay, so no things there, no things there. Can't get to that. Detach you. Pull that out there. That's gonna blow me out all the time. We got that. Then we have a box. Another box. We have multiple fans here. What in the Hades' name is going on? Can't get that. Can't get that. What happens in turning that on? Can't get to that quite yet. We need to get there. So we need to turn that off. Blue. If we obstruct that beam, is that a thing? No. Hoping that could be a thing. So what happens here? It just moves there. Okay. We got no connectors though. But we just got two fans. That doesn't help us. Sure. That might help us a little, but not a lot. No, can't block that beam. What are these other fans for? I mean, that might... Ah! That stops that one. Okay, good. Okay, so I can take that. Good. Great. That's marvellous, but apparently I can't crouch. Do you know what that does to help me with this? I've got a third fan. A third fan. I've got two boxes. Can't get on top of that now. Nope, can't do that. Can't obstruct that anyhow. That fan's blowing out. I need... I need that I get to that box? That is... It's also not on a tripod. See, the thing I don't get is why are there all these fans? What does that do? That can, what, blow? I mean, that can blow through there, right, fine. What does this do? That just stops me going in. That stopped me from getting that fan. Jump on there, that's blocked that beam. How does that possibly help me? Because I'm over here and I need to be over there to take that off, right? Take that fan off to stop me from going in there. But that fan is now off, turned off anyway, but I need to remove it. Ooh. Jump over there. That's interesting. I didn't realise you could do that. Ah. Well, isn't this intriguing? Maybe I need to do that again. And then I need to... Can I take that? I can't take that. Damn it. But... that as a weight. That. Then accomplishes what exactly? Probably it lets me access the star, which is great and all. But that doesn't help me do anything else, does it? Don't know, but I'm going to go back over here, and I think that means that there is a slight path of visibility. That I can use. Why are you not working? Oh, you son of a... What? Oh, wait. Really? Really? Hang on, because has that blocked off the blue beam? Because that's nuts. Oh, that's... Hang... Whoa. So are you kidding? I've got to think of the other puzzles now to help me solve. Oh my god, my brain. Okay, so how do we... I mean, that's helped us get that. Fantastic. But how do we block this beam? Because we clearly can't see that without... Arg. Well, that was bizarre, but yeah, how then do we do this? Can I see it? Where did I put the other fan? Can I see that? Thing. Yeah, can I see that when it's down, basically, from the other place? I don't think I can. See that from next door. We have the play button. I don't know what that does, but we have the play button. Yeah, that's not visible, so it has to be up. Oh, that is mental. That is just nuts. That blows that fan. But if I can get to that fan somehow, then I could get maybe that connector in the air or something, and then it would work. But, I mean, really, that's what I have to do. So that's weird that seemed to be necessary to solve this puzzle, but but now I'm afraid I'm stupid on this one, because that's clearly got to go up to be able to do that and block that beam anyway. Yeah, I don't know, that's a weird one. But I think I am actually done. I am getting very hungry. Oh, there's a beep boop. My friend again. Okay, here's what I've been wondering while you're off carrying out commandments. You said that consciousness is some kind of functional system. Arrange bits of matter in the right order and outspring sentience. That's all very well on paper, but if what counts is what something does, not what it's made of, then couldn't you and I design a series of tin cans on strings that qualified as being conscious? Just tin cans on strings. Well, not just tin cans. It depends what they mean. I mean, if you have enough tin cans and strings connected in a weird way that's all done by some kind of logic system, then yes. What a bizarre idea. I'll send you a notification when the signposts start complaining. Seriously though, what are the tides in the ecosystem? Yeah, are the tides in the ecosystem sentient as well? Any organized system qualifies? Not so much sentient. No. No. Now you're pushing it too far. Okay.
Do not think I know not the deceiver slithering through the hidden words. His wisdom is hollow and born of despair. Do not let him tangle you in his webs of delusion. Have faith in me, and his petty illusions will fall away like nightmares in the morning's light.
Nice. Alright, I'm relieved there are at least some restrictions on what you're prepared to believe. And of course the alternative accounts are also ridiculous. You'd be forgiven by any reasonable observer for choosing the best of a bad bunch. How consciousness can be so intimately familiar to you, yet so obscure, I just don't understand. And then Elohim interjected. Don't mind him, he's just worried that if you ask too many questions, you'll start seeing through his shtick. Stick with me and the sky will literally be the limit. At any rate, I'd like you to think a bit harder about all this and get back to me. I'm sure there's still progress to be made. So, yeah, honestly, I'm fine talking to the Serpent. Serpent basically knows a heck of a lot more than Elohim does. And it's always better to question things. Faith is not something that I do. Right. So we're stuck on map 1 here, but otherwise... Otherwise we've pretty much done 3. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to just get the play box first. Hang on. Before we do anything else, I'm going to get whatever the hell this is. That's not right. More fun with things. Damn it. That ain't right. There we go. Ah. Ta-da! So now unlock play. What the hell is that? Console. I guess there's something like a process that at some point you will have to kind of press play on and then stop and then start and so on. None of these seem to have it though. Like 7 didn't have it. But the 6. Oh, 5 does. There's one. 4 does as well, so that's good. Alright, well, we did make a bit of headway. It was a bit slow going, but I'll probably have to give these another shot. I mean, I may be desperate enough to keep them in, but I will try not to. The stars may be an issue, but I guess the next time I'll be playing is Tuesday, so I'll probably be fine just carrying on then. But yeah, I'll see if I can solve the previous puzzles that I can do before Tuesday, and then we'll carry on. But yeah, they're getting more challenging, aren't they? Yeah, but we will see. Okay. That's it for me anyway, so thanks for joining me, and I will see you on Tuesday at 9 o'clock Pacific for the next part of the Talos Principle. Alright, see you then, bye bye.